Howdy, hello, and welcome back. So today we're going to be going from MVP to MIB with becoming Mistress Isabelle Brooks. So as mentioned, I'm going to be transforming myself into Mistress Isabelle Brooks, who is my favorite from RuPaul's Drag Race Season 15, and honestly one of my favorite queens in general. So this is going to be super exciting. It's something I've wanted to do forever. We've already prepped, primed, and Mistress shaves her brows. Although I want to do that so bad, I simply cannot. So I blocked my brows, which is okay. And we're gonna start with her eyebrows, which are very scary and very strong. So I'm going to quickly go through that really quick. Nothing will ever beat drawing eyebrows on your forehead. I'm telling you, that is like literally the craziest thing ever. And Mistress does these tattoo brows, which I cannot afford. So we will not be doing the tattoo brows today. Actually today, I am filming this at literally 1 o'clock in the evening. So we love to see it. We love to see day drag. Especially Mistress Isabelle Brooks day drag. Okay, so that's the outline of the brow that we're gonna do for now. And once again, nothing feels right about drawing an eyebrow on your forehead. It's just, and looking in the camera, it looks so insane. But hey, this is what we do. So now that we have our eyebrows questionably on, we're gonna go in and start concealing underneath them and really get the blueprint of where all of the entire makeup's gonna go. And I'm doing this mostly in these same steps as close as possible to Mistress. But we kind of adding a little bit of things on as we go. We're gonna go in and do the other side, try to get them as even as possible. I'm not horribly disgustingly mad at them, and I think I can fix them, but we're gonna go in and do the top layer and hope and pray and see what we can make of this day. But looking at her eyebrows, not even either, so we'll be fine. Alright, so I went ahead and finished the eyebrows off camera because they were being much of a but we're gonna go ahead and start with the eye. So she always does this very dark, black, smoky eye. Even if she does like a purple or red, she always ends up smoking it out. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. And I think I'm gonna do purple, but I have not decided. I know I don't wanna do red because I am not a huge fan of doing red. And also I have work here soon. And I don't wanna go in with red eyes. That's no fun. So my favorite part about Mistress is honestly everything, but I love, I absolutely love, I remember whenever she was announced on season 15, I fell in love with the fact that she was so young but carried that old school drag aesthetic so well, because that's something that I love and hold near and dear to my heart, is very old school drag. And I also love the shadiness of Mistress. Mistress is so shady, and we need that. Bring back shady drag. I remember I was talking with Amber, and she ranked season 15 very low on her list when we did our preferred seasons of Drag Race. She ranked it in her least favorite, which I was honestly kind of gagged about because I love season 15. But she said it wasn't a shady season, which I was like, are we watching the same season? Because season 15 was like one of the shadiest seasons, I feel like. And I feel like a lot of that was because of Mistress. And she got a lot of hate for that, but I don't know why. It's a part of like drag TV. Like reality TV alone, but drag TV. Drag reality TV. That's what gets me. Okay, so now that we have all of this laid out, we're just gonna go in and kind of like blend it out before we add the color into it. And while doing this, I'm also gonna start rounding it a little bit more, because I know she does that heavy round eye. Something like that. So now that we have all of that laid out, it looks very silly goose right now. We're gonna go in and start blending in the color. I did decide to do purple. I'm wearing a red outfit because I feel like that's what Mistress is like known for, red. But I don't want to do a red eyeshadow. Red and black gets so muddy to me. I don't want to do that. Mistress does it perfectly. I cannot. So I'm gonna do purple. She wore purple eyeshadow with a red outfit and it looks stunning, and I never thought those color combos would go together. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna start and we're just gonna start blending it into that black. Like that. So that's kind of the outline that I'm gonna go with. And now that I see the purple on, I'm gonna go back in with that black and really darken it right here. And I'm gonna take that black and really take it in the outer corner. And like I said, she will literally pull it up to her hairline. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So now that I have all of that black on with the purple, I'm gonna go back in, just a tad bit of that purple, and reblend everything out. So that's kind of the shape that I'm going for. I'm gonna do that to the other side and I'll be right back. So now that we have the eyeshadow blended to some extent, y'all, this is crazy. This eyeshadow is insane. I'm gonna add some white just to kind of blend a little bit of that into on the edge, but really quick, I went out and cleaned out the crease area, and I'm about to go in and put that white that she does, and she does this very precise white oval. So I'm going to attempt to do that. I'm gonna go a little bit higher with that. Because I noticed she has like very little eyeshadow to brow ratio. No, the struggle is real. Okay, so now that we have that line down, I'm gonna let that dry because I'm using a like pomade, but I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. She's kind of quirky. I'm gonna let that dry. I'm gonna do the other side really quick off camera, and then I'm gonna come back and do the liner. And I think that's really gonna help touch in and add to that white and help it blend in a little bit better. Because the main thing I was worried about was this end. I didn't know how that end was gonna play out. And I kept looking at the picture and I was like, okay, so she kind of like goes back in with the black. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, I'm gonna do the other side off camera really quick because I'm probably gonna stress and struggle and I don't want you to see that. So be right back. It's definitely turning out interesting. It's Mistress adjacent. It's we're gonna pray. We're gonna continue. We're gonna see, and if we don't like it, y'all will never see this video. So we're gonna go in next with the foundation, and we're gonna go ahead and get that part started. The rest of the face should be quite simple, just because it's really nothing like too complicated, and most of it is just blush. So I should be able to do that pretty easily. When it comes to the eye was a whole separate story. I'm not gonna admit how long the eye actually took me, but it was a lot of work. I kept thinking that I was doing too big, and then I was like, wait, this is Mistress we're talking about. And then I was like, but wait a minute, her eye is round. And I was like, oh, now I've got to do a round eye. So that was an interesting little task that we went through, but we're gonna call it a day when it comes to the eye, because I know if I keep messing with it, it's when it gets icky sticky. So now I have all my foundation on. I'm just gonna go in and blend it all. Of course, please blend your foundation. And the part that's really scaring me, not gonna lie, is around that line. But she just wings with it and goes with it, no pun intended. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Okay, now that I have that on, I'm gonna go in with my concealer, and I'm just gonna do my normal concealer just because she doesn't really conceal that much more than I do, so. Right. And the last two areas that I'm gonna blend, just because I don't want to get any form of eyeshadow on my powder puff, is right here in the middle of the nose. So I'm just gonna quickly go up. And that softened that out so much. Like look how soft that is now. There. And then the last part is gonna be right underneath the eye, going into that wing. So now that I have my concealer on, I'm gonna go in and start doing the contour. She doesn't do a lot of contour, and also this is going to be the most interesting part for me because she does kind of like just a slant contour. I am gonna do a little bit of contour just because I want to have that little bit of base, and then I'll go in and fill. But yeah, instead of doing up, I'm just gonna go sideways like this, because she likes to keep that area very white. for the liner. Not even really white, just more so linerized. Linerized? So now that we have all that laid out, just around the cheek area, I'm gonna go in and lightly blend that out. One thing I love about Mistress's makeup is she has that contour for sure, but it's not harsh. It's very well blended, which is what I love in a good contour. So now that I have all of the contour laid out, yes. Now that I have all of the contour laid out, I'm gonna go in really quick with some white and just blend it into the T-zone. I'm gonna go in and immediately with my powder. Okay. Now I'm gonna go in with my nose contour really quick. She does a very straight line nose contour, which I live for. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take an angled brush actually to do so. I'm just gonna go in and go right down the nose. So now that I have the base of the nose laid out, I'm gonna go in with my normal contouring, my nose contouring brush, just to kind of buff it out. And I'm gonna go in with my white and just blend that in. And I'm gonna cut that nose really quick. Now that I have the nose done, I'm going to quickly go in and do the eyebrows, and then we will start doing finishing touches. She does have those very like ombre brows, so I want to continue that, you know. I'm gonna go in really quickly just with some white, just to kind of even them out. Perfect. So now before we start the blush and the under finishing touches, we are going to take the black and start her big, huge smoky eye. We're gonna do this before we powder everything. That way we can just wipe away it all, because it's definitely gonna make a mess. Just gonna quickly swipe that black all the way through, up until that hairline. And now that we have all of the black under eye on, we can take the powder and go ahead and bake it all the way up. And then we're also gonna go ahead and cut that eyeliner with that powder. So now that I have all of that powder down, I'm gonna go in and do the blush. And she does hers very low, which I never do. So we're gonna hope and pray. Okay, so now that I have the cheeks done, I'm gonna go in with a little teeny bit of highlighter, just to give it that that la la. Also, I don't know if Mistress really wears a lot of highlighter, but you know, you gotta have some. Now that I have the highlighter on, I'm just gonna go back in with a little bit of blush just to blend it back in. And then we're gonna do the big Mistress lips. So this is something that I feel like is a staple for Mistress, and it's always, that I've noticed, a big red lip. So that's what we're gonna do. I had to go buy a red lip because mine apparently went missing. And something she said in her video is that I agree with, is always take off the foundation before putting on your lipstick. I feel like it goes on a wee bit better. I usually will keep the foundation around like the edges, just because I usually just paint it on, and I feel like it helps with like the blend of the nude that I usually do. But since these are big old Mistress lips, I'm kind of just going crazy with taking off all of that. And as she said, you literally just draw a bird. So that's what we're gonna do. And I'm not gonna be insane. I don't know why I was about to take that onto the actual lips. Hold on. I feel like we can go bigger. I feel like she would go bigger. Yeah, that seems about right. I look like a clown. Okay, now that I have these huge lips on, I'm gonna go in, darken them. I'm gonna put on lashes. I'm gonna put on the hair, the outfit, and I will be right back as MIB. So we are back. This is the final product. I was originally gonna do a ponytail, and then I was like, honestly, I don't feel like doing the whole pageant queen spray. And also I have work in like 20 minutes. So we are gonna just quickly go over this. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not mad. At first I was a little scared, a little skeptical, but then I looked in the mirror at the end and I was like, wow, it's definitely giving Mistress. The hair is just a big black hair, which is what she usually does, except for in ponytails. And then of course the big red lip. But yeah, this is it's definitely not for me. I love it on Mistress a lot. And even like, it's giving a divine version of Mistress. We'll go with that. But make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for a brand new video every Sunday. And stay tuned. There's a lot of brand new things coming around here. And stay queer, stay preferred, and stay Brooks.
I'm the MVP. It makes sense why all these girls envy me, cause I'm a clock the T and I don't give a tuck. Excuse me, why you mad? Like a bitch from once bum tuck. But guess what? Yes, I said it and I made it too. I'm the next in line, kin and Mama Roo. And if you step out of line, I'ma gather you. Make room, cause the big girl's coming through. Blame it on the edit. She wanna blame it on the edit. You the one who said it. Edit. Gonna take the credit, bitch. You the one who said it, bitch. How you gon' regret it? Blame it on the edit. Blame it on the edit. Blame it on the edit. Blame it on the edit.